We move through our daily routines carrying a quiet, deeply ingrained assumption that small errors only have small consequences. Whether firing off an angry text, skipping a routine maintenance check, or getting into a petty argument, we trust that our world is forgiving enough to absorb minor missteps. But that leniency has now effectively disappeared. The systems that govern our environment today, from digital algorithms to strict legal frameworks and the unyielding laws of physics, no longer allow for a margin of error. This threat matrix plots human intent against systemic consequence. We assume minor lapses live in the bottom left corner, bringing low consequences. But modern systems hijack these actions, jumping straight to maximum severity. Algorithms use cold logic. Physics doesn't negotiate. The law demands absolute compliance. Navigating the modern world requires recognizing a harsh reality. Your personal intentions no longer protect you from systemic punishment. Consider the case of Addison Gass, a cosmetology student who showed up to school one morning wearing leggings that violated the dress code. Frustrated and exhausted, she was told she could stay for the day but felt targeted by the staff. She vented her frustration online. She posted a private Snapchat story to a few friends, using hyperbolic language that threatened to blow up the facility. It was an impulsive teenage joke meant for an audience of 3. But the app's automated emergency disclosure system caught the post. Algorithms do not understand sarcasm or teenage venting. They scan for keywords, identify a specific location, and execute their programming. Within minutes, that automated flag bypassed the school entirely and was intercepted directly by the FBI. Deputies arrived at her school to quietly pull her out of class. By the end of the day, she was expelled, issued a risk protection order, and arrested on second-degree felony charges for making a written threat. The digital environment strips away human nuance. A momentary lapse in judgment is processed, escalated, and permanently recorded before the user even has a chance to delete it. Within the domestic environment, the unforgiving nature of these systems is governed by the laws of physics, specifically the silent threat of carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide poisoning often begins with a routine oversight. A homeowner ignores a malfunctioning furnace or leaves a vehicle running in an attached garage to warm it up during a snowstorm. This chart visualizes an Illinois public health report. Annually, carbon monoxide exposures result in 940 emergency room visits and 57 deaths. The data pinpoints a critical failure. In 81% of incidents, investigators could not confirm a working carbon monoxide detector. The only defense against this threat is absolute adherence to basic safety protocols, like regularly testing environmental alarms. Unlike a judge or an algorithm, physics offers zero appeals and gives no warnings. Ignoring routine safety measures in a domestic space results in an absolute physical consequence. Now apply this matrix to commercial spaces, specifically convenience stores and gas stations. These environments act as high-pressure flashpoints, where volatile human behavior collides directly with the justice system. In Prince George's County, Maryland, a petty verbal argument between 2 strangers in a gas station parking lot rapidly escalated. Within minutes, a 16-year-old pulled a gun, fatally shot a 39-year-old man, and found himself charged as an adult with first-degree murder. In South Carolina, a convenience store owner named Rick Chow suspected a 14-year-old boy of stealing 4 bottles of water. The boy returned the water to the cooler and ran, but Chow chased him into an apartment complex and fired his weapon, killing the unarmed teen. While a jury eventually acquitted Chow, his miscalculation destroyed a family and triggered a highly publicized murder trial. These locations are also targets for organized threats. In DuPage County, Illinois, 2 armed men robbed a gas station and fled, triggering a high-speed pursuit involving 20 police cruisers across multiple jurisdictions. The systemic response to these flashpoints is overwhelming. Police deploy spike strips to stop fleeing vehicles, and state attorneys aggressively push judges to deny pretrial release, ensuring offenders remain locked up. Commercial spaces are powder kegs. A split-second escalation or a misread threat is met instantly by the absolute authority of modern law enforcement. Whether it's a digital network, a domestic residence, or a commercial storefront, the environments we navigate every day are now fully optimized for absolute accountability. Our psychological blind spot is the belief that an innocent escalation or a small oversight will be met with a slap on the wrist. Whether you are dealing with the chemical properties of a gas leak or the automated threat detection of the FBI, systemic leniency has become obsolete. Staying safe in these spaces requires recalibrating how we evaluate daily risks. It means treating every digital interaction, domestic oversight, or public confrontation as a potential high-consequence event. The systems that monitor our speech, regulate our commerce, and govern our physical world are designed for absolute execution. Our respect for consequence must match the unyielding nature of the machinery that enforces it.